Yeah. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Tardis on live on this Tuesday. I'm fixing me feckin' hair. Look at me, it's all I need a haircut. I need a bleeding haircut. Fuck's sake, it won't stay in place. Jesus, I hate when it gets long. Anyway, how is everybody? Hope everybody is doing very well. I just finished. Sorry, I was supposed to come on earlier. I'm only staying on for 2 hours tonight. I'm not doing a 3 hour live stream. I'm only going to stay on 2 hours. I also did a short review, not a detailed review. Now I have to say, just a kind of general review of Child's Play 2019. For anybody that has seen it, I'd like your feedback and. I'd like to know on now. Give us your feedback actually on the video, not in the live comments if you don't mind, but actually in the video, so I can check it later on and see if you actually like it. And I'll continue doing more because there's a couple of more movies that I want to watch that I want to review as well. So if you want me to do it, I'll continue doing them, and I'll do an even a more detailed review of Child's Play if you want, or I'll just continue doing the reviews, and then I'll just do a detailed one from every film onwards. It's up to yourselves. But I have to say, I sat there and I watched it, and I was very. I don't know. They just don't know how to make horrors now. I mean, as I said in the review, if you abandon the origin story and go with something else, you've got to make sure that that something else is actually spot on. And don't get me wrong, as I said, some elements of it were very good, but I just felt like it was too simple a plot. I didn't really like the Chucky doll, to be honest with you. Um, there was differences. I just don't like it. I don't like the whole AI business either. Just go back to the serial killer voodoo crap into a doll. The doll then starts turning into Charles Lee Ray. For God's sake, just don't abandon the origin story. Um, so yeah, if you want me to continue doing reviews, just let me know in the comments on that video. But earlier on, obviously, I did a pre-record video with Daniel, and obviously in that news, I got this news today, and obviously for anybody that wasn't around earlier, I will read it out again. So this is what I got today. This is what was received today. At least 6 licenses are refusing to do any more merchandise until Jodie Whittaker is gone. Her DVDs have sold less than 10k compared with Tennant and Smith's 250k. Big Finish figures have had to reduce a deluxe run by 300. More Big Finish figures sold than Whittaker. It is seriously messed up. So they limited the Big Finish releases because obviously they didn't want it to start turning into an embarrassment. But they sold out. So there was a demand for more, basically. We spoke about this the other night, and this is what I want to talk about. The stream last night kind of went a bit crazy, but let's focus on what we were supposed to do last night, which was talk about this. So, Jodie Whittaker has become merchandise toxic, whether Jodie bots agree with it or not. That is just a fact. Today, again, I was sent more video footage and more photographs, and there's more on Twitter as well of all the sales on Jodie Whittaker merchandise, and it's Jodie Whittaker dolls and stuff like that. So that's why I'm saying Jodie Whittaker, because it's Jodie Whittaker dolls. I was also told, and also in the interview that we did with Eddie, he discussed about any time our image is on any cover of anything, they lose sales. Now, the problem that BBC have is that whether Jodie bots like it or not, there's a stubborn audience out there. There's a stubborn fan base out there, and they are used to having a male doctor. And to do it, I'm being honest with you, this fandom was not ready. It just wasn't. It was the wrong time to do it. I don't think, and I said it earlier, I don't think fans will really accept a female doctor ever. There'll be some out there that will always be open to the idea, but the person that they get will have to be a different level to Jodie Whittaker altogether. They would have to be absolutely spectacular to get the whole fandom behind them, and I just don't see that. I don't think that this fandom will ever get used to the idea of a female doctor, and that's just the way it is. And I'm sorry, she has become toxic to the merchandise. And we spoke about this a few months back as well about the merchandise. So, I mean, I don't know. See, they're in a tight spot now because, like, all these licenses and all, they're all in uproar. You know what I mean? They were promised that this, that, and the other. And even the Series 11 monsters, they're not even commercially, viable. Some of them. Do you know what I mean? We haven't seen many of the characters or anything, um, out there for sale. There's not many. It's just not viable. You have to stick with whether they like it or not. You have to stick with what works, and what works is a male doctor. With villains that people can actually, that the merchandise licenses people can actually say, right, we can actually make them. These will be marketable. They're not marketable, and that is the problem. So that's what I want to discuss with all you guys tonight. As I said, I'm only staying on for 2 hours tonight, so I'll try get as many calls as I can in tonight. Okay. So we will just see. Me live chat has actually gone on, so I'm going to get the pop up chat on, see who's in the chat, and talk. I was actually surprised to see as well, actually, when I was checking out your channel, Michelle, to see that you used one of the photos for your channel heading. It's a good picture. I had plenty of other ones though that were better than that, to be quite honest with you. You should have asked me, like, you know. Let me see. So we have Michelle, Daniel, Rocket Runner, Charlotte is here, Dane, Jump Top, new person in the chat. Welcome. Not my Doctor Who. John Guggen. Dane is here as well. Tardis is here. Problem Being is here. Extra Spice Mikey. Unknown 289, Bad Wolf 66. Rocket Runner is here. John Guggen as well. Didn't I say John Guggen?
Yeah.
Seeing John Guggen. By the way, everybody, thanks for all the messages that you've sent me over the last couple of days. Some of you are right. I do need to, like, when I don't do my streams, I need to kind of like tune out. So I'm going to start doing that because I don't, these last couple of weeks, especially, well, I say for the last 2-3 months flat, I haven't actually stopped at all. Like, I've been non-stop. So I need to slow down a little bit. What else? No, I don't mind doing the 3-hour streams. It's just when I'm not streaming, I'm still kind of working on other videos, and I should be actually just taking a break. So that's what I'm going to start doing. Just when I'm off, I'm off. I don't mind if anybody texts me or anything like that and has info. You know what I mean? I'll look at it then all the next day, and then do what I have to do. But there'll be no more. Well, there'll be no more late night videos like I do when after the stream I've thrown up a couple of videos. There'll be no more late night videos. After next week, I have a few to throw up this week, but after next week, then I'm done with the late night videos. You'll get the streams, and then I'll throw up videos during the day. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Well, I got plenty of sleep today, though. I got plenty of sleep. I stayed asleep. I stayed asleep. Right, so yeah, as I said, nice, nice. I just got a nice message that makes me happy. Cheryl already knows what it is. Cheryl sent me a photo as well. What you send me, wife? Ah, she's a dinosaur. She feels
I
in
sent
her.
that like an hour ago.
All right, but it's only popped up on my phone. Now I'm only acknowledging. All right, I won't acknowledge it the next time. Right? Right? Yeah. Ow! Ow! Jesus! Jesus! Right. What was I gonna say? You're all right, Michelle. I know what you're trying to say. You're cool. You don't have to delete your messages. It's all right. Um, what was I gonna say? Yeah, but I just want to say something. So someone in this live chat, whose name I'm gonna mention now in a minute, right? But I want to tell you all something. So someone in this live chat, obviously someone that was worried about me, decided that they'd take it into their own hands and go and speak to Matrix Lord 212 to try broker some sort of resolution to all of this mess. Um, what I will say is this: is that thanks to Daniel. So if Daniel is here, and I hope he is, I didn't actually see. I seen Daniel's name, right? But thanks to Daniel, um, me and Matrix Lord have basically come to an agreement that we're just gonna back off and just do what we're doing, do our videos, and just get on with it. Look, as people have said out there, and I have said this in many occasions myself, though. We shouldn't be fighting with each other, all of us, and that includes myself and him, and everybody else that has a problem. At the end of the day, right? At the end of the day, I just want to be able to do my videos. If he doesn't agree with anything I say, that's fine, right? And here's another thing as well, right? And I'm gonna say it again, right? Because apparently he has said it to his people, right? So I'm gonna say it to all you guys that follow me. I've said it already, but I don't know how many times I need to keep saying it. But keep away from his YouTube channel unless you want to genuinely subscribe to the guy, right? Don't be going in there and just disliking his videos for the sake of disliking his videos, okay? Well, just leave his channel alone, right? He's instructed the people to leave my channel alone. I'm gonna do the same, right? He's leave him alone on Twitter, wherever you know where he's on. He's leave him alone now, right? It's done. It's sorted as far as I'm concerned, and as far as he's concerned, right? So I want to leave it at that, right? And hopefully it is left like that. He does his videos, and if he doesn't, if I don't agree with him, I'm not going to open my mouth. If he doesn't agree with what I have to say, he's not going to open his mouth. Right? At the end of the day, I just want to do my videos. Right? He wants to do his in peace. So let's just see if everybody can just get on. Because, like, look, at the end of the day, we're all fans. So, and this fandom is tearing itself apart, and we shouldn't, including me, we shouldn't be taking part in that. In fairness, we should be setting a higher example to the rest of the fandom out there. So from now on, I'm going to handle things a little differently, but I still won't tolerate, and I'll say this, and this is not directed at him. This is directed at other people that have come after me, right? If you still come after me, I'm still going to defend myself, obviously, right? That's a given, and that's not going to change, right? But as far as me and Matrix Lord 212 are concerned, we're done having goals at each other. So we'll see. I just want to get on, do my stuff, and he doesn't have to believe anything I say. That's his prerogative, right? But all I just said was I just don't want, you know, I just felt like you were attacking my channel and attacking the videos I was doing, and I felt like I had to defend myself. And I'm going to say that again. That's what I felt like I had to do, and that's what I did do. But look, at the end of the day, there's no point in me and him ripping the heads off each other, because that's not going to get us anywhere, right? It's not. And you know what? I'm done. You know what? I'm done fighting with him. You know what I mean? I'm done arguing with him over something that was probably, I don't know. I don't even know. Do you know what? There had to be a misunderstanding somewhere along the way, right? Because I just don't know how it got to this, and I didn't want it to get to this. But that's all I'm going to say on the subject. So just do what I ask you to do, please, for once. Don't, if you want to subscribe to him, by all means, right? But don't be going in and just disliking his videos for no reason whatsoever. It's done as far as I'm concerned. The two of us are going to leave it at that now. It's done. So just let's all get on and do what we do, right? We all have one common goal anyway, right? We both love Doctor Who, right? There's no denying that, right? So let's just leave it at that. Yeah, well, I won't be, yeah, but we'll just leave people's names out for now, extra spice, Mikey, but I get what you're saying. Right. Where is Daniel? I haven't seen Daniel. Daniel's very quiet, man. Where is he? Is he there? Oh, there he is. There he is. Right. Just wanted to make sure you're still here, pal. Well, thank you, Daniel. It was a bit of a surprise, I have to say. But I suppose it probably had to take someone outside of it to probably go in and try to say something about it. But again, Daniel, what can I say? I choose my friends wisely. Thank you, Daniel. We owe you a great deal on this channel. We appreciate it. We'll get you back on for another interview soon. Yeah? We'll talk about different stuff, definitely. Yeah, Daniel is everything that is right with the fan base right now. Yes, he is. He's a great example to this fandom. And if any Jody bots are watching, you should take his example. Right? And I'm serious. You should take his example. It's not all about attacking people. Right? You can get your point across if you have a point to get across. If you don't agree with someone, just move on. But that's all I'm going to say on it now. Right, we're done. We're done. Let's get this more... let's get this show on the road. We should stop calling them Jody bots too. I'm sorry. No. Do you know what? I think, I think what I've said is good enough, to be honest with you. But I'm being honest. Jody bots is the perfect name for them because they swarm like bots. Seriously, it's not just one of them. They all jump on the one person. And I'm sick of calling them not fans, because if I call them that, then they even get worse. So Jody bots is probably the less insulting. So we're gonna get a few callers on tonight, right? Because as I said, this is a shorter stream tonight, right? We'll still have the stream tomorrow night. It'll be the normal time. There'll be no different. This is just a bonus stream, but I definitely won't be around Thursday. I'm gonna take a bit of a break. And then Friday back again. No, just J bots. Okay, yeah, okay, yeah, J bots. I like that one. We'll go with J-Bots. So I hope you like his new nickname, because I know you have plenty one for me. I love it. I love it. No, but come here. Chuckzilla is here as well. Welcome, Chuckzilla. Nice to have you on board. J-Bot sounds like a boy band. You're right. It's like one of those K-pop bands, isn't it? Actually, just where is it? Something I wanted to where is it? Where is it? I put it on here somewhere. Where is it? Oh yeah. So Doctor Who fans, obviously I don't know if you have seen the video, but Doctor Who actor Stephen Moore passed away age 81. He was the guy that played the Silurian in the two Matt Smith episodes. Do you remember them episodes? I can never think of the name of them, because what was the name of those Silurian episodes? Well, anyway, he passed away. He was in Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy as well. He played. I see. I wasn't a fan of Hitchhiker's Guide to the. There you go. He played Marvin. Yeah, Marvin was the rock. So yeah, that was a bit of sad news with all the goings on that was happening. It completely. I missed it, but I did manage to get a video up. So if you just want to check that out and have a look at that later. It's just I never really got in. I'm not saying it's bad or anything. I just never really got into any. I wasn't. Doctor Who was the only thing I really concentrated on, to be honest, when I was a kid, and Star Trek. You know, there was a few others, but Buck Rogers and stuff like that. But there was a few that went over me head. Right. Let me see now. Right, hang on. Who did I miss last night? Who was supposed to come on last night? Who did I miss last night? Because they're the people that I'm going to bring on first. So whoever I missed last night. Tardis, I know I missed you. Don't worry, you're on the list. But I missed other people as well. So whoever's I missed, please send me a text right now. And I'm definitely going to get Neil and Daniel on if they want to come on, because I want to hear Neil's thoughts on the merchandise stuff. Where's me pen? Oh, there it is. So writing the names down. Hold on. I think I might have them from last night, actually, so I might even need to. Right. Hello. What? Have to get me haircut tomorrow. Yeah, Tardis, I know you're on the list. I know you're keen to get on, mate. I'm just looking to see if anybody else is that was supposed to come on is coming on. I know you want to come on. It is Paul in the chat because I hear Daniel said right. See, I'm getting confused now. Everybody is just wait for a minute, guys. Daniel, Paul, Neil has to come on first up. Let me see. I need a haircut. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I am a bit of a hippie. I know. Yeah, I need to get this. Look, it's sticking. Look, I wouldn't even mind only washed it before I come on, sticking up everywhere, just like little bits. Right, I'm gonna start. I have me list, so we'll start with these people first to see how it goes. Right. So this is gonna be interesting. Hold on, I'm just texting back people because they asked me if they can come on. Right, everybody's going to get about 15 minutes tonight. Well, 15 minutes bang on because, you know, as I said, it's not a 3 hour stream tonight and I want to keep it bang on. So when we hear the alarm, if you are in mid sentence, we'll just have to leave it there. So, right, sorry, I'm just getting messages left, right, and center here. Max Stanton, how do I get to be show as a caller again? You must be on Messenger and add me on Messenger. But it won't be tonight now, I have to say, because I'm only doing a few calls tonight, but I'll bring you on tomorrow, definitely. So if you get it set up, I'll bring you on. Right. Here we go. Where am I going? I'm looking for someone. Right.
Hello?
Hello, Tardis. Welcome to the Tardis Zone live phone in. How are you?
I'm doing good, thanks. Yeah, I can actually hear you this time.
Good,
Excellent.
good, 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 good. Nice to have you on. So we obviously we're obviously keeping it on topic tonight. Um,
Yeah, of course.
so obviously I spoke about how Jodie Whittaker. I've read out that piece of information has become a bit toxic to the merchandise. Um, are you surprised?
Yeah,
In fairness.
not really. In all honesty, main reason being is that you'll know I've talked about merchandise before. I don't know whether you remember, but I can remember posting a picture of a stack of Jodie Whittaker Doctor Who magazines at I believe it was WH Smith,
Mm.
and they were just stacked one on top of the other on top of the other, which is basically how all merchandise that I've seen is looking. It's not selling out, it's just filling up shelves. So it doesn't really come as a surprise to me, more an inevitability more than anything. The Big Finish stuff selling makes sense to me. Main reason being is that Big Finish has always been extremely popular, particularly in droughts like this, where we don't have a lot of quality Doctor Who content, or at least what I would see, and what many others would see as quality Doctor Who content. So that makes sense.
I mean, if BBC right now, if you look at them, if six licenses are threatening to well, they have said that they're not selling any more merchandise unless she's gone. I mean,
No,
that's some
yeah,
ultimatum to basically that's some ultimatum to make. But of course, we do know that 2020
mm-hmm,
is when it's supposed to all end. So, I
yeah,
mean, obviously, BBC have acted quick if that's the case. And if that's the case, good move on their behalf because if you were to lose six of those major, uh,
oh god, yeah,
this,
no,
you'd be in
absolutely,
serious trouble.
no,
Like,
completely. Like the thing is that Doctor Who's a property that makes all of its money off of the merchandise.
mm,
That's where they make their money. It always has been, because obviously BBC is it's not free, but paid by the taxpayers with the TV license. So the way they make their money is through the toys and the posters and the comics and whatever else. So for them not to for licenses to pull out, that's a huge blow to them. And I
mm.
can remember hearing a similar rumor about a month ago about licensees not being happy because they were promised a series every year.
Yeah,
I don't know
yeah,
whether you heard about that.
we spoke about it
Um,
on this channel. That was actually news that we broke on this channel with the source. That's right. They
yeah,
were
I thought it might have
they're
been.
not happy. They're not it behind the scenes, not happy merchandising, not happy. It's just gone so horribly wrong. And I said it. I don't think this fandom was ready for a female doctor, and I don't actually think they ever will be. What do you actually? What is your opinion on that one? Actually,
It's difficult because here's the thing. I've said this before. When I heard the announcement, I went in as I do with every doctor with an open mind. I said, we haven't seen anything of her yet. I hadn't seen anything of Jodie Whittaker yet because I haven't seen anything she was in because I didn't see Broadchurch or Black Mirror or anything like that. So I was going in completely blank.
mm.
So I thought, we'll give her, the first few episodes I do with everyone to see how I feel.
Yeah,
Now, a lot of people didn't feel that way, which is understandable. When you've got a character who's been a male for,
mm.
over 50 years now, it's understandable why people would think, well, he's been a male up to this point, why change it out? So I understood that. And I think there are always going to be people who think that. And to be honest, there was, even though I was trying to give it a chance, there was a part of me that was like, damn, I kind of wish it was still a male. And that wasn't really me being sexist. It was just me enjoying that character as a male
Yeah, John
rather
Dugan
than
actually makes a great point there. He says fans voting with their wallets as a public service broadcaster, the BBC should be immune from this, but the revenue drop is too much for them to handle. Good. Well, you see, that is the point. That is the point,
yeah.
and John makes a very good point. BBC thought they would be immune to this, and do you know what? Chris Chibnall did gamble. He did. He knew he was going to lose fans. Look, I put up an article the other night, which basically the crew that was behind Demons of Punjab, they knew that there was going to be a negative reaction, but they didn't care. They wanted to put it out either way. So when you've got attitude like that, right, and then you go and do what they've done to the show, of course you're going to suffer because Chibnall gambled on bringing in new fans, but what happened was they even thought the series was dull.
Yeah, exactly. Here's the interesting thing as well. Do you notice how in the media, how like their perception of Series 11 changed? It went from being a massive success to not quite being as successful as the other series to having a negative reaction from fans.
Yeah.
Whereas a few months ago, they would have sworn that everything was hunky dory.
Yeah.
And everyone loved Jodie Whittaker's Doctor, Chris Chibnall's as showrunner, which we plainly know isn't true. And it baffles me how they backpedal.
Yeah.
When they're like, they've basically seen the fan reaction and they've gone, oh shit, what do we do? So they basically retracted their old statements and said, no, we didn't say that. No, it was a bit of a no, it wasn't, universally loved. Whereas a few months ago they were saying everyone loved it. That's funny to me.
I was gonna ask it as well, right? You're saying obviously we're seeing Jodie Whittaker and Mandeep Gill make a rare appearance at the Welsh BAFTAs. Doctor Who lost out again, and obviously Jodie Whittaker didn't pick up the award for Best Actress. For me, this was probably, I'm going to ask your opinion on this. For me, it was probably their best chance to actually win something of, I wouldn't even call it of notoriety, because even the Welsh BAFTAs aren't great, let's be honest, and that's no disrespect to anybody from Wales. I mean, compared to the normal BAFTAs, normal BAFTAs are huge, and then you have the Welsh BAFTAs supposed to celebrate Welsh talent. And I do understand Doctor Who's a Welsh show, but Jodie Whittaker is an English actress and she's nominated in all those categories. Maybe they just stuck her in for the sake of sticking her in. But another failure for this show when it's came to the award circuit so far. Now it has won some, but not many of substance. Well, actually, it's won none of substance. I mean, this BBC have to be looking at this. Someone has to be looking at this and saying, where do we go from here? Because even when they change it up, Tardis, I find it very, very hard to see where they're going to be able to fix all this. This is going to take years to fix, I think.
Oh, no, I agree. I think the thing is with that is that, like, in terms of the Welsh BAFTAs, to be honest, I don't keep up with the BAFTAs that often. I think for a long time now, these award ceremonies are just kind of vapid, and they just kind of exist in the nicest possible way. So that's why I wasn't planning on doing a video on it, but I'll talk about my thoughts here. Basically, the thing is, obviously Jodie Whittaker and Mandeep Gill showed up, and look, Doctor Who, as you said, is a Welsh produced show, so it's great that they're celebrating it, even if I don't like this one. It's still good that we've got such a big show produced from here.
Yeah.
But the thing about it is that, as you said, she's not a Welsh actor. And, I mean, by that logic, we should be having people from other countries competing in sports for a certain country.
Yeah.
I mean, it wouldn't make any sense.
True.
But that's the way I like to think about it. And another thing I'll mention is, obviously, we talked about the shippers. I remember you talked about them, and all I'll say is that while yes, I can definitely see why that image would allude to that, I just think that it seems more desperate rather than anything.
Well, just hang on for a minute. Terry. Sorry for cutting you across, because you'll want to discuss this. I just had to get an image of geek named Joel. Now, obviously, the BAFTA red carpets, he must have went in the back door But Chris Chibnall is sitting beside Jodie Whittaker at the Welsh BAFTAs. I have the image here. I will try to
I've
show
seen
you.
it.
There
I've
they
seen
are.
it.
There they are there. Chris Chibnall, there he is. Look at him. He's finally come out of his hole. There he is.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, he's very clearly.
But he doesn't look happy in that photo.
No.
He looks like a miserable little sod, doesn't he? I bet you he
like,
was forced to go. I bet you he was forced to go. Seriously, man.
Well, if you don't think about it, if he didn't go, it would raise a lot of questions, wouldn't it?
Well, because Doctor Who was obviously nominated, so he obviously had to turn up, yeah.
Yeah, if Jodie Whittaker and Mandy Gill, the stars showed up and not the producer of the show,
Good
that
point.
would raise a lot of eyebrows and get people asking a lot of questions.
Exactly, but Geek Named Joel's actually at the making a wonderful point there, though. Strange how no one interviewed him. Like Jodie Whittaker and Mandy Gill were interviewed, but I didn't see an interview with Chris Chibnall. If anybody can actually get an interview with Chris Chibnall at the Welsh BAFTAs, please send it to me and I will put it up on the channel. Like, because this is, I told you he was going to make a reappearance somewhere. I didn't think it'd be at the Welsh BAFTAs though. But here we go. Anyway, if he's back now and he's made that appearance, don't be surprised that there's something coming soon. I'm telling you, I've got a feeling. I got a feeling.
No, I agree. No, I agree. No, it's interesting to me that the only time we see him is at something that he would probably have to attend. I mean, when was the last time we saw him out in public before this?
True.
I can't actually remember.
True.
If you can, I don't know if anyone else
no,
can.
I haven't seen him since. When was the last time we seen Chris Chibnall? He did an interview to say that he had never really stopped. There was actually video footage of that interview, if I remember correctly. And that was the last time that I actually remember seeing Chris Chibnall in public. Now, I could be wrong. If anybody else, as Terry said, if anybody else can prove otherwise, all well and good.
No, I just, it's so interesting to me how things are shaping out and the parallels between what was happening. As you know, there's that excellent Bull Strike video where he's basically talking about the parallels between like the late 1980s and now. You basically got an unhappy showrunner, or what looks to be an unhappy showrunner anyway, judging by these images. Obviously, you have JNT, who didn't want to be there by the time Sylvester McCoy came along, and you've got Chris Chibnall, who, to be honest, looks fed up. I'm gonna be brutally honest. He looks as if he's done with this.
Yeah.
So you've got that. You've got two actors who, at their start, no one thought they could play the role. And I still stand by that. I don't think Jodie was the right choice.
Yeah.
And you've got, obviously, season 24 and series 11, two series that are widely hated by most fans. Obviously, series 11 has its fans, and I'm sure season 24 has its fans, but by and large, it's generally seen to be not great. And I just find it so interesting how, like, the timelines are almost matching up perfectly. And I think it's going to lead to the show's cancellation, honestly. I think that's where we're headed.
Yeah.
In terms of Series 12, though, I think there's been rumors going around that Children in Need is going to be when we're going to get a trailer of some kind. I heard that from a few people. That makes sense to do because there's been trailers for stuff, for Doctor Who related stuff, at Children in Need before. So that makes sense. Yeah. But honestly, I've said this before, I'm not excited for the future. The future doesn't excite me that much. As I've said before, the only thing that I'm really excited about is making videos on it. That's, in terms of the content itself, it could be slightly better. And, perhaps she will be better. Perhaps with a bit of time to mature into the role, she could improve. I'm not taking that off the table.
Well, here's the thing, though. She's not going to get the time to mature because the second series is our last series. It's game over. Experiment has failed, whether people like it or not, and it might be hard for some people to take that, but it's been evident.
I mean, judging by her real life appearances, she's just as irritating as she is on TV.
Yeah. Well, Tardis, we've ran out of time. Just give your channels a quick shout out there before we let you go and I get on my next caller, because I have to keep a tight schedule because there's some people like yourself that have to get off and pop off and go to bed and go to school.
So basically, my main channel, which most of you here, I think, know, judging by the chat, obviously Tardis on YouTube. Just type in THARRIES on YouTube. It'll come up. It'll be the first thing that comes up. I do regular Doctor Who news, podcasts, a lot of similar stuff to what Noel does, obviously. And I've really enjoyed coming back to it over the past couple of weeks. I've also got Tardis Films. I haven't uploaded anything to the new one yet, but if you want to check that one out, there's a link in my community tab on YouTube as well. So those are my two channels. I've also got a Twitter page and all that other stuff. But yeah, thanks for having me on, Noel.
No problem, man.
No that we've been meaning to do for a long time.
No problem. Listen, they'll be on over the weekend. I know the weekends will probably be better for you because obviously, you know, it's the weekends.
Yeah, so, it is a bit
they'll be on Friday nights anyway, so, you know, you're more than welcome to come on.
And I'll also say, just in closing, thank you all for supporting the new Doctor Who stuff that I've been putting out. Obviously, I tried the Tardis film stuff on the main channel, and it didn't quite work out as I hoped. So to have you guys to come back and support me all the way through, to be fair, was lovely. And I'd just like to say thank you to everyone.
No problem. We appreciate having you on. Listen, you look after yourself, and we'll see you soon.
We'll do, no. We'll do.
No problem, man. And nice to... Oh, by the way, just before you go, nice to see you on fucking Facebook.
Yeah, I know. I made it on eventually.
Well done. Well done. Go on, talk to you soon.
See ya.
And that was Tardis' first call of the night. There you go. Right, get straight into it. Right. So I'm going to bring on my second caller of the night. Hold on. Actually, I want to check the list now. Make sure. I want to double check with someone first. See if he's not in the chat. Hold on, I want to text someone for a minute. Okay. Right, we'll just keep rolling with it. And who have we got next? So we brought Tardis on. We've got Daniel, Neil, and Paul. Daniel, Neil, and Paul. Sounds like something like the Beatles. I keep losing the live chat. Yeah, I've had problems with it. It's up on the screen there here because my live chat is gone. Do you know what? I don't know what YouTube has done, right? But all these little things that they've done to their app have really messed it around, to be quite honest. And as well, I've noticed, right, because they're doing the whole premium thing now. Well, I know they've been doing it for ages, but now they're actually doing proper TV shows and all now. I noticed when you use normal YouTube, every 5 seconds an ad is popping up on your videos now. Even in the middle of your music videos, an ad will pop up. It's getting ridiculous, man. They want you to buy, they put so many ads on it, so you get the premium, so you get no ads. They know what they're doing. They're clever little feckers they are. Right, so I'm going to get on Daniel. So hopefully he's ready. I'm just going to ring straight away. I've got to roll these calls out. Hello, Daniel.
Hi. Oh, how are you?
I'm not too bad, Daniel. I'm not too bad. Listen, we wanted to kind of finish our conversation during the little pre-stream that we done, but we couldn't because obviously I was, you know, wanted to do the other review. But we'll just continue on from what we spoke about earlier on.
So I basically sorry for cutting you off, but like I basically said to continue on with what was saying, like, basically they made the action figures and stuff of the merchandise took at orientated the old Doctor who's supposed to be a family show for all aspects of the family, including adults, elderly people, teenagers, and so on, right? And basically, there's nothing in the series 11 merchandise that actually appeals to an adult. Basically, that's kind of that's kind of the reason why the big finish action figures are outselling are outselling series 11 merchandise.
Yeah, I agree. It's kind of. I was thinking, is this going to be a good move? Big Finish actually doing a line of merchandise, but I even said at the time for Big Finish to be doing merchandise,
Yeah.
there has to be something seriously wrong because
Um.
I thought I can't believe it's sold out. That's bad. I know Big Finish is popular now and it's gaining popularity, but this is a real eye opener. This is an eye
Um.
opener. The Big Finish, if it continues on this trajectory, and Doctor Who continues on its trajectory, gladly it's not, right? But I mean, they could still have the same politics in it with a male doctor, right? If they continue down that
Yeah.
route, Big Finish is going to surpass the main show at some stage if that keeps up.
Um. Also, like, also as well, like the audios that Big Finish put out are generally more your typical sci-fi sort of style, which I enjoy a lot better. Let me tell you, because it's not bashing you over the head with a hammer every 5 minutes. But basically, what I think is is basically BBC were absolute and utter idiots for caving into Chibnall's demands. Basically, every um every thing you see in the scripts is all to do with Chibnall's own idea or logical views, basically, and every script that's all the way through. There's no substance to it, is what you said in your previous stream.
Yeah. I'm just saying, sorry, Daniel. It's just Mister, not my doctor, saying that the stream is stopping and starting. Um, Everybody else seems to be okay. I don't know what it could be. I'm very sorry about that. Maybe if you try reboot it. But Daniel, listen. I mean, look, this has to be now. This has to be it now. They have
And,
to realize now
and
because
yeah, and also as well, yeah, it does have to be it. They need to get rid of all the all the crap that's in the scripts, and really need to get rid of Chibnall and Tika as soon as possible. Because financially, this show is taking a hit basically, and Doctor Who is what Aries actually said in the previous call. He said Doctor Who relies heavily on its merchandise, which is basically which is basically solid act, and can't argue with that. And secondly, as well, basically, a part of the reason why I think Chibnall is here as well is that he's going to have to the next series as well. So he has to so he has to now start on up to these events as well. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree with you. I think Lindsay is actually having the same problem. I don't know. Everybody else seems to be fine. I don't know what it is. I do apologize, but I do agree with you, Daniel. I mean, look, looking at that photo, and I know it's only one photo taken out of context, but he does look like he's miserable. Uh, Unknown 289, rightly so, makes a very, very good point. If he was at the Welsh BAFTAs, he is supposed to be the showrunner. Okay, it's about Jodie Whittaker because she's
Um,
nominated, but he's the showrunner of Doctor Who that is nominated. Where's the interview?
Also as well, after state police in Cardiff, because there was the Elspeth, so Jodie Whittaker is from Huddersfield, and the rest of the cast aren't Welsh either. So
Yeah,
basically, I was under the impression like it was all to do with sort of Elsh act us because they kept losing the name, if you get what I mean. Elsh Baptist. So I was under that impression that it was solely to concentrate on the Elsh talent pool.
yeah, but not only that, I think it was also. I think the Welsh BAFTAs. You know, I'm a bit of a cynic, as you know. I just think
Yeah,
the timing of these awards, and I know it was months in advance that they knew the date, but remember, there's been trouble behind the scenes, even Jordan Series 11. And I'll put that
yeah,
BBC Digital Radio interview up, and it's not deniable because it comes from someone that works from the BBC on BBC Radio. They read
yeah,
out a statement and they basically say that there was problems behind the scenes
yeah.
at Jordan Series 11, which was a bit of an eye opener because I think that was a bit of a slip up, to be honest with you, because this was kind of to come out and basically say that the rumors
Um,
about Cardiff incident, it never happened. Well, look, there's
uh,
been problems behind the scenes and he looks miserable. You know,
yeah,
he's not doing
uh,
any interviews. What's going on?
yeah, yeah, basically, I said to Eddie of Arrow yesterday, I don't know if you saw the comment, I basically said EBC can course correct as much as they want, basically, because I think the show has had it, maybe not initially, but I think that implications of this era will have long, sort of lasting effects on any other era that comes after. Other the TV ratings will never be the same again. I think we're heading towards the end of this whole revival era. I think it'll be cancelled in a few years, and I hate to be all doom and gloom, but that's me being honest.
Well, I have to admit one thing. If it does continue on the same kind of political trajectory that it's been on, then
Yeah,
yes, I will agree with you on that one. But if they can improve the writing, keep it less. You know what? You could do your political episodes. We've said on this channel how to do it,
yeah,
right? You've heard how they've done it in the past. Okay, if you follow that formula, whoever the new showrunner is, you will go
yeah.
no wrong. All then you need to rely on is the
Um,
writing ability of your staff and yourself, and you pick the right person to play the doctor.
and but also these starters that are coming out with all this shit as well. I mean, the Facebook made a good point yesterday because like he basically he said that actor's not really helping the toxicity in the fandom, and I agree 100% with and from the space bit because all it's doing is adding all it's doing is adding fuel to the fire, and you don't need to. keep igniting it. Just keep your mouth shut and do your job.
Yeah, I agree with you, Daniel. I mean, too much is being said by this production team, by the showrunner, by Jodie Whittaker that hasn't helped the situation. Um, I mean, I, as I said, I kind of do agree with you that I think we are coming near the end. But as I said, if they get the right elements in place, it might go on
Yeah,
for a few more years, a bit longer than two, maybe. If they can get it
yeah,
right, you never know. It could get a second wind. It has happened with TV shows; they've been kind of dead and buried, and
yeah,
one season or two seasons have bring the show back to glory days. It can happen. You know, as a Doctor Who fan, I will always try to remain optimistic and hope that it
yeah,
can turn around from this hole that it's in right now. I mean, I understand where you're coming from, Daniel, but I mean, deep down,
yeah.
you don't want it to go, though, don't you know?
Nah, deep down I don't. I want it to do as well as it can, but until until changes are made, as I said to you, I'm going to just continue to binge watch all the way through the classic series and finish because I'm not going to go anywhere near this era anymore. For 10 foot arch we need to just get rid of everybody as soon as you possibly you can in order for me to sit and actually pay attention to the show again, to be honest with you.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's lost a lot of fans. I don't know. Again, I'm always optimistic. If you can get those fans back that walked away, then you do have a good shout of keeping this show alive.
Yeah,
But it's all ifs and buts right now. We will just have to see how good or bad Series 12 is, and hope that it's not as bad as Series 11. I know there's some fans out there that would like it to be worse.
it's
But look, they're going anyway. Why would you like it to be worse?
um
I would like it to be an improvement on
um
Series 11. You know what I mean? Why not?
um but I'll tell you that as though I genuinely don't think it'll be. I think I'm going to just double down on the politics what we've already got. Oh no, because because Chibnall knows that he's already on his road out though, so he's going to double down and go get it up to all the fans that are still going to sit down and watch it.
I do agree with you, and I did say that I do believe he will double down. I have this awful feeling that he will. But at the same time, I'm hoping that someone in the BBC, and especially those that have said, hey, come here, enough is enough, have said to him, look, no, you're not doubling down. Just do the bloody.
Yeah.
And look, we've already spoke about on this channel. Apparently, they're going to tone it down anyway. Eddie discussed it as well. Apparently, they're going to tone it down. So we'll just.
Yeah.
But Eddie did specify, and he did say that from the things that's coming out and that they've heard, it does sound like there might be a double down situation going
Um,
on. So we
um,
have to wait and see.
um, yeah, and can I just say before my time runs out, can I just say to the EBC as well, get the best actor in for the job the next time. If you want to save the show, go and get the best actor in, please, and then fans like myself will consider coming back because I don't want this show to be taken off the air. I'm a Doctor Who fan through and through. And on that note, no, thank you for having me on. I'll let you go and get on. A good friend, my Doctor Who, you.
No problem, Daniel. Listen, It's always a pleasure, and thanks for coming on earlier. I know it was actually short notice, mate,
Yeah.
but thanks for coming on and doing that with me. I've always said if I get some news and if anybody happens to be around, I will do it, which is on the channel. I'll break it with someone on the channel because I think it's nice to do it, make someone feel involved in it, and then obviously I can get immediate thoughts. Daniel, listen, as usual, and listen, I want to thank you for everything that you have done, all your efforts behind the scenes. You are definitely, people have called you a legend in the live chat. I will have to agree with that. You are my friend, a legend. You are a gift to this fandom, and I thank you for being part of this channel. And mate, thank you. I sincerely thank you for everything that you've done. And hopefully,
thank you.
Hopefully it is sorted. And mate, listen, you have friends here. You know that.
Yeah.
I'll see you soon.
Yeah, I'll see you soon.
And that was Daniel, everybody. Legend. Right. Let me see. I see Matthew Pounder has joined the live chat. I see I messaged you, bro. I'm giving you a shout out there, mate. It's nice to have you here. Nice to have you here. Matthew's been with me from the beginning, even on the very first channel that I made. He used to comment on all my slideshow videos. But seriously, mate, it's nice to have you back. And I hope you've still got a lot of fight in you, because we need guys like you right now in this fandom to say it as it is. So welcome back, my friend. And hopefully I can get you on some night, as we spoke last night, get you on and get your thoughts, because it'd be brilliant to hear you. But well, I'm glad you're back, man. I'm just glad you're back. It's nice when I see your name there, and Ryan pops in the odd time as well. So when I see you and Ryan's name pop up, it actually makes me smile, because these guys, Matthew and Ryan, which is Ryan is me admin on me groups, and so is Matthew. They've been with me from the very beginning on Facebook and stuff. So always makes me smile when I see one of them pop up. Right, let's get to the next caller. And this, listen, as I said, this is a shorter stream. So I have problem being down for tomorrow first. Tomorrow night. He'll be the first call. Paul and Gary, I know, said to me, I think it was the last stream, that they definitely come on Wednesday. I'll have Daniel, obviously, Neil. We'll try get a few more. I'm going to get as many on as we did the other night, because we got about 9 or 10 calls on. I'm going to try get as many on tomorrow night. And, less of me, more of you guys, I suppose. But I know you like listening to me, but people like listening to you guys as well, right? So let's get this show on the road. Where's Mammy, Ted?
Hi, mate.
Hello. Hang on for Cheryl. Are you okay? Okay.
Say again.
Oh no, I thought there was something wrong with Cheryl. Cheryl disappeared. She brought the dog in and she's gone. I thought there was something wrong. I just wanted to make sure she was all right. Yeah, she's grand. I don't know. She must have. I don't know. She did something. What happened?
I know she was in the chat earlier, but I hadn't seen her in there.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm only had to copping onto that myself.
Anyway,
right, go on.
Better tonight, mate.
What?
Anyway, you're looking better tonight.
Thank you. Oh no, I'm
looking
good.
Happier.
I'm good. I'm all right. I just look. Last night, I probably reached my breaking point last night, and I had to say what I had to say. And listen,
You don't need to explain.
I
You
don't
don't
regret
need to explain.
anything that I said last night, to be honest with you, but because I had reached me boiling point, because I know a few people had a go at me. That's fair enough. That's fair enough. But look at the end of the day, this has been building up for months, and it's not just one person. It's loads of other people that have decided to come after me for some weird reason. But you know what? I thought about it last night. After everything's settled. And the first thing that popped into my head is, sure, I just need to just sit back and relax now until the announcements are made, because then after that, then, there's nothing else that can be said or done then. So, right, anyway.
And then we get this news today that sort of reaffirms everything we think about it anyway.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. That came. Do you know what? That was nice to look at that and see that, and I was like, yes, something now I can just concentrate on and just get. But listen, we said this on this channel already, right? But again, it's kind of we keep saying the same things over and over again. But the reason why we keep saying things over and over again, because nobody seems to be listening. But this has to be the last straw for BBC now.
I think this has also got to be a nail in the coffin for the pro Jodies, because if they, they must think that stuff like that. I think, like we said before, most of the pro Jodies don't care about merchandise. They don't care about the magazines. They don't care about the books. They don't care about the action figures, any of the other toys that get sold. They don't care about, because they're only interested in pushing their agenda. So that they don't care about the merchandise. But obviously we do. I mean, I know, we know. I bet virtually every person that talks to us in this chat has Doctor Who merchandise of some kind. Because I know you have. I know I have. I'm fairly certain most of the others in that chat have as well. So it's something that most Doctor Who fans will go out and buy at some point. We're not all going to go and buy every single piece of merchandise, but we all buy something at some point.
Yeah.
And
true.
The pro side of the argument are not going to want to buy any of it.
Yeah.
Because they're not interested.
I agree.
So yeah, mate, I see you get the screwdriver there. See, I've got one. I've got that one, the one with the pen on the end. I've got it.
Holly, I'll keep you on for a few more. I just want to. What happened? Did you fall or something?
No.
What happened to you?
Nothing's fine.
Are you sure? Oh, okay. But that's all you had to say. I was worried. You went all quiet. Everybody is wondering where you are. She was talking to her parents, because our mother is on her own in the house. So Cheryl is on freaky modes where she's keeping an eye on her. She's texting her every 15 minutes to make sure the house hasn't burned down or something. But she's all right. She's back now. She's back. She'll tell you all now, our story. What's wrong? I'll continue talking to Neil, so I'll let you all chat to Cheryl in the live chat there, right? Right, anyway, but yeah, I agree. It has to be a nail in the coffin, because, I mean, how you can't deny this now. I mean, we even spoke about when she's put on any of the magazine covers, it loses, it's not selling copies. I mean, what more proof do you need?
The other day, I was talking to you about not wanting to buy the Blu-ray DVDs because of the new logo. Because I don't see why they had to plaster that new logo all over classic series Doctor Who. It wasn't needed. It's not something that any other showrunner's ever done, force their logo onto an old classic set. Russell T Davies, when he brought it back, didn't decide to put his sort of diamond-shaped logo onto every single DVD that was being sold. And, and Moffat didn't do it either.
Yeah, true.
So why does he have to force that logo onto every single Doctor Who product that's being sold?
Yeah,
I don't understand that.
Well, I heard it was just because it costs. It's cheaper to do that, to just put them all under the one logo instead of having different logos for different areas and all this crap. And I was just like, okay, kind of makes sense, but
these advertising companies have already got templates set up.
I know, that's what I can't understand. I know, I don't know the whole mechanics of it, but I do know that what's being banded around by people that when people question this, well, why didn't you just keep the logos the way they were and just have the new logo for Whittaker's era? Apparently, it's got to do with costs and money. It's cheaper to have them all under the one banner. Now, whether that's true or not, or whether someone else in the live comments here can verify that for us actually why we've got Neil on, that would be great. But that's the reason. I prefer the classic logo on me classic Doctor Who discs.
Well,
like,
thankfully, they didn't mess with the DVD releases. Because if I'd have had to have got to a point, because I was still up until last year, I was still buying those, and if they'd have suddenly changed those to the new logo, then you've seen my shelves with the DVDs on.
Yeah,
that shelf would then suddenly look so out with odd ones through it with this new logo on. So, and I think everybody who's collected those DVD releases would feel the same if they've suddenly changed the logo on. I mean, I didn't like what they did with the animation releases.
No,
because they started to put sort of really weird lettering on the front of them and things like this. And I just thought, why change the template that they've done for the last however many years it's been since they brought the first DVD release in?
Yeah, they always try to update these things, but they should listen to fans on these. And this is again another problem. They never listen to fans. They should listen to fans. And I hate all these limited releases as well. Like if you're gonna release something, especially if they're classic DVDs or Blu-rays, trust me, fans are gonna buy the classic ones. And I know we complain about the logo, but let's be honest. I know you've got all your collections, stories. All I seen them last night, like huge, right? But it would be nice to have them in a DVD collection. Do you know what I mean? And obviously you have your individual episodes, but it is nice to have them in a DVD or a Blu-ray box set. The only problem is, I agree with you. That new logo just throws me off, and that's why I haven't actually, Cheryl has ordered 2 box sets for me, actually, and we have actually never even got them. I ended up watching them. The Macro Terror was one, wasn't it? And what was the other one? Shada? Yeah. We still, Jesus, we have to get that sorted.
How long ago did you order that?
What was that, 6-7 months ago?
Yeah,
We're not getting it now. Yeah, we're not getting it now. Jesus, yeah.
I mean, I showed you the other day. I had a dabble with the artwork and put my own logos on it because you can find the images for the Blu-ray set logos. The artwork, sorry, the nice, because the actual pictures on these Blu-ray sets, they're absolutely great. Whoever's done the actual artwork,
they are great.
They're really nice pictures.
Yeah.
But then they slap that new logo over the middle of it and it ruins it. So you can find the artwork on the internet without any logos on it at all. And then it's a simple Photoshop exercise to stick your own logo on it and print off your own cover, which is what I'm doing.
That's a good idea. See, I'm not tech savvy like that, so that sounds amazing to me. I'm stupid when it comes to technology.
Well, it's not something I'm expert at.
For the first time today, Sharon.
With enough time, you can sit there and tweak things and print things off. So.
Are you giving him my nacho balls?
Yeah. Talk to him. Stop doing that to him.
Go on, Neil. Go ahead. Cheryl just giving the dog me nacho balls.
Okay. Right. But yeah, so I mean, the whole merchandising thing, it's like Chibnall's tried to put his own stamp on everything. And I hated that. I hated it because they've never done it before. They've never tried to force the new series onto the classic series. Clearly, as from this news today, the merchandising thing is a problem. We've talked about it, like you said, for ages, that the merchandising is a problem. I think I've said it on a call here.
Yeah.
That somebody spoke to me in the Facebook Doctor Who forum once. I can't remember their name. It's going back a while. But they said that they worked at the conventions, and the class, all the other Doctor stuff still sells. People still go in and browse that stuff and buy quite a lot of it. But the Jodie stuff, and this was last year, this was last year, so it was still fairly new after she'd been taken over. And they told me then that nobody was buying the Jodie Whittaker stuff. So it doesn't surprise me, this news at all. Doesn't surprise me. And I just think it's a good sign. It's a good omen for what we know is coming. Because, like you've already said, and like previous callers have already said, the BBC can't let this go now.
Yeah.
They can't let it go because the merchandise is making them a big amount of the profits.
And if they're not making the profits off the merchandise, well, then they're in trouble.
You said in that news, 250,000 that Tennant and Smith and all those were selling, and only 10,000 for Whittaker. That's a big difference.
Yeah.
That's a big difference.
Exactly. Huge. There is no demand. And I'm sorry, unfortunately, as I've said, it's a term that we're going to use here. She's become toxic to the merchandise. It's not. It would have been, if it wasn't Jodie Whittaker, it would have been another female actress, in my opinion. The fandom, unfortunately, for those people that support the idea of a female doctor, unfortunately, this fandom has resoundingly rejected Jodie Whittaker's doctor. And again, people will accuse me of having agendas out there on Twitter world because, you know, you get the Jodie bots or J bots, sorry. You get the J bots accuse me of saying that I have an agenda against her. No, I don't. She's become toxic to the merchandise. The DVDs or the Blu-rays or whatever they've sold haven't sold well. The merchandise sales have dropped. I get photos and videos all the time. I mean, I should just actually do a video and show all these photographs actually in the video footage and just show you how bad it is. Because people have been sending me videos and photographs of this merchandise for weeks now.
Yeah.
Where does it go from here?
I think it'd be an eye-opener for a lot of people.
Yeah. Do you agree with Daniel that Daniel says that this era is gonna taint future eras and it's gonna take a long, long time to recover? Just before we finish up.
I mean, we've answered this question before, haven't we? And it's like, I don't think it will not recover, because I mean, I know some people think it will never recover. But the potential to recover is there, because there's definitely a bit of time going to be needed to forget what's happened, you know, to forget the sort of Series 11 atrocity and whatever's going to come in Series 12. I really am hoping that the writing is better, the stories are better, and it doesn't sort of, I mean, I don't want it to be too good. I know this is a horrible thing to say. I don't want it to be too good, but I hope it can't. There's nowhere to go but up.
Yeah, I agree. It can't it really can't get any worse. And if it does, I didn't think it'd be this bad, and I was shocked. But nothing shocks me with Chris Chibnall anymore.
No.
So I don't know.
We said it like when we first started talking about Series 11. We both did the same thing, and we went into it with an open mind, trying to ignore the fact that they'd changed the gender of the Doctor, trying to watch the episodes as just Doctor Who episodes. And it's very easy to do. You know, it's very easy to sort of imagine that you're not taking any notice of the gender of the Doctor.
Yeah.
But the actual episodes themselves and her dialogue and everything just hit you like a ton of bricks.
Yeah.
And it was just like, no, this is wrong. It didn't feel. We've said it before. Lots of other people have said it before. It didn't feel like Doctor Who. You weren't watching Doctor Who. No,
it did. It didn't even. That's what I keep saying. It didn't have the atmosphere, the tone, even of previous eras. I mean, even Moffat will gets criticised a lot, but it's at least a lot of his episodes, and even the ones that were bad, it's at least they still felt like Doctor Who episodes. They're not one episode that I felt, well, Kerblam, as I said, is probably the closest that, as far as I'm concerned, that we got to a Doctor Who episode.
See, I mean, like I said, I've only watched each of them once. I really wanted to try and give them a second chance and watch them again, but I can't.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can't. You know, I've never had a series of Doctor Who that I've not wanted to at least go back and watch some of the episodes again, and I couldn't watch that one again.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm the same. I just
So, in short, to answer Daniel's question, no, I don't know. I think it will recover. I certainly think there's potential for it to recover. Like I said, I know some people don't think it's got a chance, and it'll never sort of come back from what's happening at the minute. It will. The show is resilient. It came back from, let's face it, it came back from licorice all sort men walking around in the 80s. So it'll come back again from what we've got now. So it's a very resilient series. It will bounce back. It's just going to take a bit of time and patience.
Yeah, but here's the thing, and I'll ask you this last question. Do you think this fandom is going to be patient? Because, you know, for 2 years they've been messed around, let's be honest. A lot of them have walked away. I mean,
it's a bit, the thing with that one is it's a bit like, and I'm not going to go into any kind of politics, but I'm just going to use it as an analogy. It's a bit like the Brexit thing, isn't it?
Yeah,
because everyone was so certain about what they were voting for when Brexit was out and all this sort of stuff. And 3 years down the line, I don't think anybody knows what they want from that anymore.
Yeah.
So I think it's going to be the same sort of thing. The longer it takes to get decent showrunners back in place, because obviously, although we know that they're leaving, we don't still know who's definitely taking over. We still definitely don't know who's replacing her. We definitely don't know exactly when they're going to start filming for the next series. There's not been any confirmed reports of when they're going to start filming for the next series. No matter, you know, there's nothing out there yet as to when that's going to happen. So it's still a little bit up in the air, isn't it?
Yeah, and the fact that, again, you know, it's what we're in October now, still nothing. Obviously, children in need would be true. Everybody's saying it would be logical. Children in need for something.
It is definitely logical. I mean,
you know,
we've so many years before that the Doctor Who stuff has been announced on children in need. We've had trailers. Although it was only ever Russell T Davies that did decent children in need things, if you ask me. Stephen Moffat just sort of did tiny little things that didn't really make much of an impact. But back when Russell T Davies was at the helm, he had a very good relationship with children in need, right back from Christopher Eccleston's first regeneration to David Tennant. I mean, it was the first scene we saw David Tennant actually acting, wasn't it, really, properly? So, you know, it's a no-brainer that I think there could be something on children in need. Obviously, nothing's been announced for it, but they don't always announce there's going to be something on there, do they? So,
Blue Planet makes a good point. He says none of the actors in Series 11 seem to have any passion for the show. They look bored on set. Yeah, the photographs that I have seen, they don't. I have to say, there doesn't seem. But can you blame them? Can you blame them? They look at those scripts.
Not with that writing.
If you look at those scripts, those scripts would motivate a corpse in a bloody morgue, for God's sake. Chris Chibnall doesn't know how to get a corpse excited. That's his problem, right? He just doesn't know how to. Chris Chibnall's biggest problem is he has characters, but he doesn't know how the character develop. He has storylines, but he doesn't know how to drive the plot on. He just doesn't have the ability because he just look. People have said he's a hack. Some people have said he got lucky with Broadchurch. I would have to agree. I think he was a one-shot pony, and we're actually getting to see what he's like. None of these Doctor Who episodes were really that amazing, were they? The ones that you wrote before we actually got him a showrunner. So, I mean, how did BBC even think he was the right man?
Years ago, that writers write what they know. That's what makes a good writer. They write what they know. And so it makes me wonder what Chibnall knew. What was going on in his life to write such a thing like Broadchurch so successfully and then when it comes to sci-fi, not have a bloody clue.
Yeah. Do you know, Rocker Runner says, and I think this is a great comment. He says, showing a trailer on children in need is disgusting. Right? He says, having to show having those poor children suffered enough already.
Yeah.
Oh God, you're
He's
funny.
absolutely right.
You're funny.
They made some poor little girl suffer last year by introducing her to Jodie Whittaker. So.
Oh Jesus, Jesus. But no, yeah. Do you know what? At this stage, I just want to see something. I really do. I don't know when it does. I don't care when it comes out. I don't give a crap now at this stage. I want to see something. I want to be able to analyze it, break it down, and see what we can read from it. Because I guarantee he'll do something and he'll put a trailer out there that will get us all talking. That's one thing that he is very clever at doing. He will put a trailer out there that will get us all talking because he'll leave it on something that will just mesmerize us all. Trust me, he knows how. I'll give him one thing. He's like Moffat. He can spin a fairy tale. The only problem is he can't actually complete it or do it right. And that's the biggest problem here with Chibnall. Look, I wanted Chibnall to be a success. Yes, I did. Right. Even though I had my reservations about Jodie Whittaker, I did want this show to be a success because it's Doctor Who after all. But from episode 1, I just couldn't get behind this series. I'm sorry. I tried. I watched it. Even Cheryl, she was excited after the first episode. And to actually see my wife's reaction week after week watching the show and watch her passion die week after week until she finally fell asleep on the bleeding sofa one night, right? That proved it all to me. Cheryl is been watching Doctor Who since 2000 and what?
Well,
Matt Smith. Yeah, but she went back. She went back and she watched 9, 10.
Right.
Yeah, she went back, right? But she's a newer fan. But to see her passion go away for it, it kills me.
Fans on Facebook were actually saying the same thing. They started out really wanting to like it because they thought it was a great thing and a great idea, and they just lost it through the series.
Yeah. And it's such a shame because Cheryl is a new fan, and it's horrible to see a fan like Cheryl that has loved the show. You know, our favourite Doctor obviously being David Tennant, and obviously, well, she loves David Tennant. She loved Matt Smith as well, but David Tennant for her is her best Doctor. But I mean, to see each week, and I'm serious, to see Cheryl, me and Cheryl kind of nodding off, and I'd be paying more attention, but Cheryl just fell asleep then, and it was like, oh my God. I was like, is this what this show has done?
I got my kids' reaction as well, and they obviously grown up just mainly with New Who, but because I've got a house full of classic Who as well, they've watched some of that as well, so they know both sides of it. And then, so they've watched all the way through. They've loved the amount of times I've loved watching my kids, you know, act out scenes from Doctor Who. They used to do. One of them had been David Tennant, and one of them had been Matt Smith, and they'd regenerate into each other and things like that. You know, it was all bloody. They used to role play to death. And then when I told them that Jodie Whittaker was cast as the Doctor, I got the sort of blank looks to start with, and then they all said, well, all right, well, we'll have a look. I said, fine. So they watched the first episode, not on the big BBC, I might add, but they watched the first episode, and none of them have asked to watch a single one after that first episode.
Yeah. I mean, Blue Planet again makes another one. The best Doctors were the Doctors outside of the show too, really caring for the fans. John Pertwee, Tom Baker, David Tennant, and Matt Smith even. Whittaker couldn't care less about the fans. Yeah, she hasn't done any of these, but I don't think they do many of them while they're actually in the show. I could be wrong about that. I don't know if they do many. I know when they're promoting something, they'll go to these if they're on, but I don't really think they go to many of them until the conventions, until after they're gone. But they definitely should have showed up at San Diego or New York Comic Con. Something should have happened there, and I still maintain something should have happened there, and it didn't.
Absolutely.
And it is unusual. And you know,
and it's not like it's they hop on a plane, they're there in no time. They do the convention and they come back and they carry on filming, which we know most of the others did. You know, if there were conventions during filming, I know for a fact Capaldi did it. He went while they were still filming at one point. I'm sure he did. And you know, so there's no excuse for them to not just jump on a plane, go and do a panel, and come back again.
I do agree with you because they did it last year. I do actually agree with you, but they did it last year, and that's why I do find it strange that they didn't do it this year. I mean, they didn't have to send a whole lot of them over either. You know, you could have even sent, you know, Chris Chibnall himself could have went over, you know, if he really wanted a break and he was pissed off about how everything was going. Well, then he could have got his ass to San Diego, or he could have got his ass to New York. You know, something should have happened. We should have at least got some, even, as I said, some sort of little tiny, even fucking 1 minute, 30 second, 15 seconds tease or something, right? Throw something out there, even if it's a updated version of the logo or whatever. You know, something, because you know they always never keep it. Well, I say they will keep the logo for this one, but
I think they will. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's something, just something. You know, even Doctor Who comes back spring 2019 or whatever, or 220, whatever, something. But no, nothing. And then the excuse that we get, of course, the filming. We're still filming, and then people denying that something happening. Like, it's just being a man. I'm just sick of it all. I want this era to end so fast you wouldn't believe, because then finally then we can get on with the business then of trying to be excited again for this era. Because one thing I have felt about Whittaker, even listening to our interviews, there just didn't seem to be any passion for anything related to Doctor Who, except when she was talking about how women were sat in the corner and it was all about the male gaze.
Oh, yeah.
You know, where's the passion for Doctor Who? You know what I mean? There's no passion there, and I'm sorry. Again, even at that BAFTA interview, said a lot of blood, sweat, blood, and tears. You couldn't even say the saying right. It's blood, sweat, and tears, right? Put into it, but and something you're really proud of. But is that it? Nothing else. You're not gonna nothing. Like nothing. Like most actors would slip up and let something out, you know. Something, just give the fans back and something. No, so I'll go down for a few
even
drinks
if they don't mention specifics. Every time you had an interview with any of the previous doctors, they just sort of drop hints and sort of say, "Oh, this is coming." You know, I can't tell you exactly about it, but this is coming, and all this sort of stuff.
But none of that. None of
Yeah.
that, Neil. None of it. I mean, look, the woman has more passion than I can't think of that now. More passion. I totally lost that one. I did.
You lost your train of thought.
Yeah, I was going to come up. I thought I was being clever, but obviously I wasn't. But listen, I mean, this, all I'll say is, for me and for all those other fans out there, this should be, I already knew how bad this show was anyway, right? I knew that it was toxic to the merchandise. I've been saying it for months on this channel, and I mean months. We've been saying it from the very beginning, right? It's playing out as we have said. Everything is playing out the way it's supposed to be playing out, because it was the way it was always going to go. Fans predicted this when Jodie Whittaker was cast, right? Fans predicted this when Chris Chibnall was cast, was given the job, right? And it's all played out so far. For all of those fans, those J-bots out there that still think that Chris Chibnall has a 5-year deal, right, and that Jodie Whittaker is going to be around, I'm sorry.
But all that comes from just rumour at the time when they were first announced.
Sure,
and
even
nothing confirmed since that they still have those deals.
Yeah, and not only that, if you even remember, even after Series 11, there was rumours that they were gone, and then I did that. Then obviously I put that video up by BBC Digital Radio, and they actually confirmed that there was actually problems and trouble behind the scenes during Series 11. Right? So
Well, the thing is,
again,
he broke his promise straight away, didn't he?
yeah, of
By
course he
saying that he
did.
promised the BBC 5 years of Doctor Who,
Yeah,
did one series, and then did nothing for a year.
I know.
So, oh, I don't know.
This nonsense ends anyway, and hopefully there is something to save. Hopefully, and Michael
like I said,
Sheen would make a good Doctor. He's one of the people that is actually, considered for the role. James Murray is another name, obviously, that was mentioned earlier on. That rumor, apparently, I was told by Unknown289 in the live chat earlier on. That name seems to be gathering up some steam on the internet. Again, we on this channel, again, we talked about that on this channel.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We just said because I'm going to end now. I'm actually going to end the stream with you on, but just final thoughts. Like Daniel, you're a bit more optimistic than Daniel. You actually think there is a chance that this show can go on even more longer than the 2 years that Daniel thinks. Daniel thinks it'll limp on for another 2 years, and it might have a chance of going.
I had an hour chat with Daniel last week, and he said I'm more of a glass half full type person, and he's more of a glass half empty type person. So but he obviously said in the conversation with me he was perfectly calm, but he says he gets quite worked up when he's talking about Doctor Who normally. But yeah, we sort of differ on that one. Yes, I think he's definitely going to recover, but well, like I say, nobody knows. Nobody knows for certain what's going to happen, do they? So
no, we just have to wait and see, won't we? I mean, look, I just think that this whole mess that the show is in now with the merchandise and everything else could have been very easily avoided if BBC, in fairness, had made the right choice. And for them to ask Chris Chibnall and then he makes all these ludicrous demands, and actually BBC say okay to those demands, that was their biggest mistake.
Yeah,
he didn't want the job. That's why he made those demands. BBC should have said no, but they didn't. They're at fault for this because he basically, played their bluff, and basically they called it, and that's it. Game over.
It's unlucky 13. Unlucky 13.
And you know what? No matter what my personal thoughts are towards her as an actress, right? She shouldn't have been put in that position. And I always say this, and people will say, but she took the job anyway. Yeah, and I get that. She did. She saw an opportunity, she took it. But in all fairness, come on, right? You mean to tell me each person in that live chat, if given that opportunity to play the Doctor, right? Whether you're male or female, no matter what your beliefs are, right? And you're offered money to do and play that role and be in a show that you love, you mean to tell me you wouldn't take? Now, I know she didn't love the show, but she took it because she's seen it as an opportunity to further her own ideology, right? But you mean to tell me nobody would take the job? Because I would take the job.
Oh, of course. I mean, I'd be a terrible actor, but I'd take the job, yeah.
I take it. Going to be out straight. I'd probably be a better master now, in fairness, because I'm a bit, you have seen me when I go full flow. So maybe I'd be a better master.
I might make a good absorber off or a Slidine.
Oh, you're so funny. You're so funny. Yeah, I'd make a good. Yeah, I think I would make a good master. How about me for the master role?
Yeah, I could go for that.
Yeah, an Irish master. What?
Yeah.
Yeah, I do agree with you. If She didn't do the research like we know she didn't. I mean, that doesn't set her up well with the fandom. I do agree with that. Look, I know she's made a lot of mistakes, but, you know, I'm kind of feeling a tiny bit sorry for her because she has been put in this position by Chris Chibnall. Like, he offered her the job. She's not going to say no. You know what I mean? This is the... See, I'm trying to be a bit more balanced than my viewers, right? And to me, you know, if you're offered that job, you're going to take it. And I know she took it because she wanted to further her ideology and stuff like that. But you're not really going to turn down that role. You know what I mean?
Especially after we find out the other day that Chibnall told her to ignore Classic Who.
Exactly. So, I mean, like, he's a lot to do with this as well. He actually told her not to go and watch the classic show.
Yeah.
Right? So, I mean, what's she supposed to do? She's going to listen to her boss. We all have bosses, you know what I mean? She's going to listen to her boss.
Doesn't say a lot for his writing, though, if he seemed to think that all she needed to do was
exactly
go with his writing.
Imagine saying, play the page.
Yeah.
Fuck off, like, respect the history, Chibnall. You know what I mean? She did play the page, and she played the page, and what we seen on the page wasn't fucking great. That's the whole point.
No, it wasn't.
I don't know.
No, it was not.
I don't know.
But
listen,
but you know, well, we're not. I think we can't be far away from some sort of outcome now. So we're going to hear something. It's got to be this side of Christmas, I would have thought. We're going to hear something in terms of when new series is definitely starting. I know certain people have said that it's more than likely going to be Easter. That's a possibility. It's a very likely possibility considering that's normal. You know, that's not rocket science to figure out, is it? It's when the series starts early on in the year, it's usually around March time, and when it starts later on in the year, it's usually around sort of September, October time. So, you know, it's not rocket science to sort of project that it could be around the Easter period when it starts.
And when it does start, I will be here on this channel right after the episode, actually. I might bring you on as well, actually, Neil, because we're both in the same kind of area code. Well, not area code, same time zone.
The episode live.
What?
I won't watch the episode live. I watch it literally after it's finished.
Oh, no, I'll be doing the same. I won't be watching it live now. I was going to watch it live, but it'd be too early. I'm going to wait until people have kind of caught up with it, because a lot of people will watch it after the live event, because I'm not adding to the live view anyway. I know I will be still adding to viewers, but I won't
watch it when it's actually on the BBC. I mean, I don't mean live on your channel. I mean, it would be because I always wait until I can get hold of it some other way so that they don't get the ratings for it.
Oh, I know what you're saying. Well, I actually have one of those as well. Maybe I should wait. It comes on Monday night. Yeah, maybe I'll do it for the Monday. It comes on Monday, Sunday night. But I'll do it on the Monday stream. We'll break, because everybody will have. Well, hopefully everybody will have seen the episode by then, and I'll bring you on because obviously, as I said, we're in the same time zone. So it'll be nice to have you on, and we'll be able to bounce off the rest of them in the live chat.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah. But we're gonna do that. That's the thing that we're gonna do, right? So we're gonna review, obviously, the episodes this year. Next year, I should say. I mean, when the series starts, Jesus Christ, who gives a crap at this stage, right?
Christmas special
just give us something.
So we'll have to do that one as well.
Yeah, but we will be analysing the trailer if we get one. At this stage, do you know what? At this stage, like, I'm like this, right? If it comes out, I'm like, there's no excitement right now. None. It's BBC have sucked all me excitement out. It's gone.
Yeah. It's it's repeating myself a lot, but there was nothing to take out of Series 11.
No.
Nothing at all.
By the way, just like, so I'm here. So where is it? Because I can't believe this, right? So do you remember the video that do you remember the video of Jodie Whittaker that I put up singing Yellow? Well, for all you guys, all you guys out there, right? It was on 2000 and something. I've already told Neil this, but it'll probably have more views now, right? But it was on 2,900 and something. And I said it was only a matter of time before I reached the 3,000 mark. Now, if it continues going on the same way, right, this is going to end up being my biggest viewed video, and it's all down to the J bots because they got annoyed and pissed off with me over me chipmunk version. And by the way, they're still trying to add me on Twitter, which is absolutely funny. The same person, especially, and I won't mention names, but they just have such a will to say something to me that this same person, every time I keep rejecting their follow thing to follow me, they keep adding me back. These people are relentless. See, they know it's coming near the end now, so they want to target people like me and others that haven't liked this era from the beginning, and they're not gonna go down without a fight. But the only problem is their biggest weapon that we have is we just need to ignore them.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm going to start doing now. I've ignored them on Twitter now. But as I said, if they keep insisting on coming after me, I take screenshots anyway because I like to have, material for my videos, and I have plenty of material for videos. But where's this yellow? Because you're not going to believe this, guys, right? But if this keeps going on, because I even checked it last night and I was going, are you serious? Right. So remember, it was on 2,900 and something, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right. It is now officially got 3,382 views, 60 likes, and 11 dislikes. So thank you, Jody Bots. You keep going at that rate, and it will be me biggest viewed video. I appreciate it. Appreciate all the support and the views. I really do.
They don't realise what a favour they're doing you today.
I know. That's the problem. I'm very humbled. I am very humbled indeed. Now, we did check me chipmunk version, right? What was it on the last time we checked? 600 and what?
I'm sure you said it was 690, was it?
Yeah, something like that, right? This one now has, there you go, 792 views, right? That's me chipmunk version. But listen to this, right? It has 6 likes only, right? But 37 dislikes.
37.
37 dislikes, right? Right. See, come here. Here's the thing, right? I knew how to trigger this. They fell for it, right? They think they actually think I give a crap that she's in the top 10 or wherever it is now she's in. Do you know what? I played a little part in that because she's all got so royal, just wanted to go out and buy her single. So I'm taking credit for her. So Jody, you couldn't do it without a man's help. So if you want to give me a call, white man gay, white man here, male gays, I helped you out. Maybe a favor. Maybe you could ask me to be in, your last episode. Maybe I could be the one to help you regenerate.
I keep saying I think she should regenerate by somebody putting a sword through her.
I'm only messing about the whole regeneration. But no, listen, I am taking credit for that. And they might think I'm mad, but I am. Because do you know what? Literally hundreds of people reacted to that. Literally hundreds. Seriously, I've had people that I've never heard before, right, come onto me on Twitter, right, to try at me. It is absolutely madness, right? And people saying, "Oh, but locking your account shows weakness." No, it doesn't. It shows how smart I actually am, because the more they keep trying to add me, and the more I keep knocking them off, the more upset they get. And then I will open my Twitter account, and then they'll all come flooding onto it. And then I'll have video material for the next year and a half. I know what I'm doing. I know what they're doing. And you know what? I'm going to mess with these Jody bots now for the next few months, right? Not going to bully. I'm just going to mess with them. The more they keep sending me abuse, I'll cover their names, throw it up and show you. I'm just going to mess with them now for the next couple of months, because the next couple of months is going to be brilliant. Because we're coming near the end.
It'll annoy them more if you don't rise to it.
I know. I know.
So yeah, just keep doing what you said you're going to do, and they'll get more annoyed.
That's it. That's it. I'm. As I said, I don't want to be fighting with anybody in this fandom, and I won't be fighting with anybody in this fandom. But as I have said, just because I said I'm not going to be fighting with anybody in this fandom doesn't mean that when someone comes and says something bad about me or slanders me, that I'm not going to defend myself. Because just to let you know, I will still defend myself. There's no way I will let anybody say anything bad about this channel. If you don't agree with my point of views on this channel, and it doesn't matter where you are on Twitter, YouTube, Facebook, or whatever, you Jody Bots, whoever you are, if you don't agree with me, that's fine. Just jog on. Simple as that.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it. We're done, Neil. Do you want to, just before we go, right, give your channels all a big shout out there and stuff. And
yeah, it's obviously Not My Doctor Who, as usual, on YouTube, Facebook. I am on Twitter. I don't use Twitter very often, like I keep saying, but I am on there. And yeah, it's just the Not My Doctor Who on both.
Good. Right, you just hang on there for a second. Just before I do sign off, everybody else, don't forget to check out my Child's Play 2019 review. I also see that there's 33 people that have watched and stayed with me for the whole night. If you could do us a favor and give the video a like, I really appreciate it. And obviously, if you don't like what I have said, you can also give the video a dislike. At this stage, I don't really care. I do get it about 4 or 5 now. So if you are there, go ahead and do what you have to do. Also, what else? What else did I want to say? We will have obviously the live stream at 10 p.m. tomorrow night. Give us a. I'll throw up a video later on tonight. As I said, I'm still going to continue along what I've been doing, but by Monday, then that all stops, and I'm going to take a break when I'm supposed to be taking a break. But what you call it? There was something else I wanted to say, and it's just something completely. I keep doing that a lot. Maybe I need to go and get my head checked. I mean, a scan or something. I don't know. It's like I forget.
You just need the less stress, mate. You'll be all right.
Or maybe that's what it is. Yeah. But there was something else, and I'm just forgetting now. So the video. Obviously, don't forget to Neil will put his link in the description, and anybody else that has a group, put your group in the link description. You can put your link in the link description tonight. I don't have a problem with it tonight. As I said, rather you come on to the chat like Neil does, like Tardis has done. If you have channels, come on, because it's good to have other YouTubers on. People can, listen to what you have to say and all that other stuff. But what there was something else, and it's actually wrecking me head. Oh yeah, if you want me to continue doing the reviews, obviously, film reviews, and it won't be just horrors. Obviously, I'll do other film reviews. And if you have any other suggestions, put them in the Child's Play 2019 review video. Also, as I said, Christmas, right? So December 1st, or whenever my live stream drops in December, whenever the first live stream is in December, I will be doing a review a week of the Christmas specials from obviously 10 and onwards, right? I'll do a review of each one each week, leading up to Christmas. Something for something different for us to do. Also, then obviously I've said in the new year, then the 2 channels are going to be going at the same time. I'm going to be putting the slideshow videos up there. That we're going to have the live streams on this one and the interviews on this one, and I'll have all my articles and all the other stuff that I do on the other channel, and maybe do the odd stream on that, do movie stream, or do different types of streams on that channel anyway, right? Because this is a kind of a Doctor Who channel, and we're a bit restricted. I know I'm kind of branching out a little bit because I want to start branching out a little bit, but it will be primarily always Doctor Who. So someone says you're not doing your job if you don't get any dislikes. No, I know. Listen, good night to you all. I'll talk to you all tomorrow. And listen, thank you all for the support the last couple of days, especially all the nice messages that I got. and you don't have to worry. You don't have to worry. I am okay, right? So I'll talk to you soon. I just need a bit of a rest if I'm honest with myself, but I will get it. So go on, I'll talk to you all soon. And we just do this, and we say goodbye.